Let's have a discussion about the typical corporate innovation lifecycle. First, we'll go through how we see the typical corporate innovation lifecycle. Next, we'll talk about making informed decisions in the lifecycle. Then, we'll dive into the explore phase of the lifecycle. Then, we'll look at the implement phase. And last, we'll look for your feedback around the lifecycle. Now, let's talk about how we see the typical corporate innovation lifecycle. The first step in the life cycle is to strategize. This is an annual process lasting 3 to 6 months where you focus on refreshing the company's strategy and determine new capabilities to bring to your customers. Coming out of this phase, you have new required capabilities defined. In the explore phase, with these new capabilities defined, you then need to determine how to build them out. We see this phase lasting 3 to 6 months. This work is expensed because everything is hitting the income statement in the current year. Coming out of this phase, you have the plan and scope of how to build out the new capabilities. This leads to a go, no-go decision on whether you pursue building out these new capabilities. If you decide to move forward, you'll enter the implement phase. This is the phase where you build out the new capabilities. We see this phase as 3 major parts: start to initial MVP, lasting 6 to 12 months, MVP to release 2, lasting 6 to 12 months, then subsequent releases over multiple years until the initiatives end. This work is capitalized because you can amortize it over multiple years. Is this how innovation works in your company? If not, what are the differences? Now let's talk about the importance of making informed decisions across the innovation lifecycle. Fast, informed decisions are the key to innovation. Across the lifecycle, there are 2 factors in making informed decisions: the quantity of decisions you need to make and the impact of those decisions on the product. We'll dive more into how making informed decisions across the explore and implement phase change and affect where you innovate across the lifecycle. Now let's dive into the explore phase of the typical corporate innovation lifecycle. In this phase, you're trying to determine how to build out the new capabilities you've defined in the strategy phase. We see this phase as a 3-part effort. You're first going to understand the current capabilities that exist today. You're going to do this by understanding the users and technologies used today. You're then going to determine features needed to create the new capabilities, and you're going to determine the user's future experience and the level of effort to build the new capabilities. You'll then create the plan and scope to build the features to create those new capabilities. This is about figuring out how to get the users and technology from where they are to where they need to be. When you start this phase, you have a low level of understanding of what features to build and how to build the features to create the new capabilities. This understanding increases as you go through each part of this phase, and you leave with a high level of understanding of what features to build and how to build those features. In Explore, the number of decisions needed and their impact are both high. Given you only have 3 to 6 months in this phase, you need to make informed decisions fast. That means the nature of the work in this phase is highly iterative, highly collaborative, with frequent exhaustive collaboration sessions with stakeholders and frequent and exhaustive collaboration sessions with users. For all these reasons, we see this work happening onshore, either in-house or with an onshore provider. Does this reflect how your organization does Explore work? Do you agree with the listed characteristics? Do you draw the same conclusion about doing this work onshore? Now let's dive into the implement phase of the typical corporate innovation lifecycle. In this phase, you're building out the features to create new capabilities for your users. We see this phase as a 3-part effort. The MVP is about releasing the most viable features to create new capabilities for your users. After MVP, you start iterating on existing capabilities by adding new features or updating existing ones. In subsequent releases, you're releasing more features and updating existing ones to enhance the existing capabilities. Now let's dive into each of these parts more deeply. In MVP, given you only have 6 to 12 months in this phase, you still need to make informed decisions fast. Like in Explore, the number of decisions needed and their impact are both high. That means getting the MVP is highly iterative, highly collaborative, with frequent and exhaustive collaboration sessions with stakeholders and frequent and exhaustive collaboration sessions with users. And for all these reasons, we see this work happening onshore, either in-house or with an onshore provider. After MVP, you're focused on iterating on existing capabilities by adding new features or updating existing features. This means you've made a lot of your impactful decisions, so the number of decisions needed drop, as do their impact. This part of the phase is less iterative than before, less collaborative than before, and you have less frequent and less exhaustive collaboration sessions with stakeholders, and you have less frequent and less exhaustive collaboration sessions with users. Because of this, you can start to assess cost reduction opportunities and think if work should remain onshore or be moved offshore, as the need for fast, informed decisions decreases. For subsequent releases, you're releasing more features and you're updating existing ones to enhance the existing capabilities. This means the number of decisions and their impact are both very low. This part of the phase is less iterative than before, less collaborative than before, and you're now having infrequent and more customary collaboration sessions with stakeholders, and infrequent and more customary collaboration sessions with users. Because of this, we see this work being done offshore, as the need for fast, informed decisions is low. As you see, the need for fast, informed decisions reduces as you move across this phase. That's why, when it comes to where work is done in this phase, we see the build towards MVP happening onshore, in-house or with an onshore provider. Then after MVP, you may start to assess cost reduction opportunities and look offshore for future development, as the need for fast, informed decisions decreases. Then in subsequent releases, the work would be offshore, given the low number of fast, informed decisions needed. Does this reflect how your organization does implement work? Do you agree with the listed characteristics? Do you draw the same conclusions with respect to where this work happens, onshore or offshore?